What is up guys, I'm Julius and today I'll be teaching you 6 must-know tips and tricks in Premiere Pro. So I've prepared a little sequence here with some clips and some sound that I want to show some tips and tricks on. First one, which I want to show you is if you ever need to do some sort of motion, I always suggest using the transform effect. Why, you might ask? Because the transform effect here works a lot better than the standard motion on a clip. Because it has this little thing called use composition shutter angle. Basically what this one does is if you disable it, you can set your own shutter angle. So let's say I wanted to zoom on this clip. For example, zoom here. And 5 frames forward, I wanted to zoom into 150%. I wanted it to maybe have some motion blur while it was zooming. And all what I have to do is actually click off this thing, use composition shutter angle, and set the shutter angle to something like 180. We automatically get some blur when we are zooming or there's some motion in the clip. And this is a huge advantage instead of using some other sort of like blur or whatever you want to use when zooming. And it also has the advantage of that you can save it as a preset, use it on an adjustment layer. And I guess the second tip I have to new editors here is keyframe interpolation. Because right now when this clip is zooming, it's very static. What you can do here in the effects controls panel is you can always play around with the keyframes. So right now it's just linear, but you can, for example, ease this one out and ease this one in. And then you will get this more smooth curve. And that is something that will just make a lot to your video. You want to make a more smooth transition. Maybe not so obvious here right on this thing I just created. If we do something like this, you will see where you have a lot more smooth, like zoom in and zoom out. Like, I mean, zoom in and then the stopping. And we still get the motion blur, as you can see here. The composition shutter angle, if we, for example, put it to 0. So this is just like a nice tip and trick, I guess. So the next tip I have is that imagine you have these 2 clips and you want them to be color graded somewhat similarly. What you can do is, if you search for the effect called lumetric color, just apply that to the clip that you want to color grade. In my case, I want to color grade this clip to look like this one. And I would apply it to this one. I will then go into color wheels and match, comparison view, and you get this beautiful comparison view. And you just gotta find where you want to match it. I want to match it to here. Then I'm gonna put apply match. And we actually color grade the clip that it is on to this clip over here. You can see this is what Adobe thinks it would look like. Maybe I would actually just keep it normal, but this is a smart way to do it if you want to make your entire, if you have a bunch of different clips in different colors and you all want them to look similar. And the way you go out of this is just by clicking off this comparison view. Another thing which I see editors do all the time is if they want to copy a clip or something like that, press Ctrl C, they go over here, then they paste it here. That is not the smartest way to copy a clip. You can just hold down Alt and then click your clip and drag it. That's the way you copy it. Also, if you want to drag it on top. That was also just another quick tip that I have for you. Okay, so another quick tip. This has not that much to do with editing, but more a tip to how you can speed up your editing. If you want to navigate, for example, to where these 2 clips meet, or this clip meets, how would you do it? You could do it like this and try to, like, you know, match it up somewhat. But that's not very effective, right? If you want to go to the right clip where they meet, you can hold down Shift and press down the down arrow, like so. And if you want to go to where the clip meets to the left, you can press down the Shift again and press the up arrow. And that is how you go to where clips meet. If you need to cut, for example, this clip after 5 seconds, you can hold down Shift and press the right arrow key once that's 5 seconds and just keep pressing until every time it's 5 seconds. That is a smart way to navigate if you want to get like some exact measurements on clips instead of just getting doing it how you feel like. The last thing I want to show you is you want to automatically create some lyrics or transcribe a video, because that can be a really hideous task. So I prepared just this little sound clip. Take a listen. This is how you automatically transcribe a video. Thank you for that. What you want to do is go into Window, Workspaces, and then Captions. In here, it is actually very simple. You just write transcribe sequence and it will transcribe everything sound-wise in your sequence. Of course, here you can choose which track it is. In my case, audio 1, that is if you have multiple tracks, but usually you want to select which one, right? But I'm just gonna have it on mix for now and select the language, English, and I'll just hit transcribe. And we'll transcribe it, so we'll get it in like a text format. It takes a little bit of time, not that long. All right, got it perfectly. This is how you automatically transcribe a video. Then if you click this CC button, create captions, you can basically create captions how you want. I'm just gonna stick here with the standard, hit create, and we get this one here. And we can actually kind of like split it up if that is what we want. But for now, I think you get the point, right? You could, if you wanted to, we could split it up. And we can, of course, go in and edit this. So if we wanted to cut it off here and then cut it off here, that would work. And we can edit this also in here. And of course, we can also edit it over here if we wanted it to be red, you know, or whatever. But I think you get the point. But anyways, that was all I had for this, I guess, tutorial regarding tips and tricks. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something useful. If you did, then please consider subscribing, dropping a like, and leaving a comment. But anyways, take care, guys. Bye bye.